Alright, so I wanted to talk to you today about some of these car discussion videos that I've been posting up and how some of you think that I have an absolute hatred for the Ford Focus RS. That's saying that my last video was a hate video. However, really, it wasn't a hate video. In fact, I actually really like the car. I think the car is actually fantastic. I think it's fun. I think it's great competition. There's some really positive things about it. But you guys got all on your high horse thinking, hey, you know what? This guy here, he's hating on the Ford Focus, so we're going to beat him down a little bit. All right, let's have it. So you start leaving these hateful comments saying that's what I did. Oh, the car, it's not about the quarter mile. It's about handling and handling performance. No shit. So is the Evo. So is the Golf R. So is the STI. Same cars in its class, all built for handling. So, where's your argument there? Oh, but it's better in every way than the Subaru or the Evo or the Golf R. It's built better. Yeah, okay. It's based on a regular Ford Focus. Same with the Lancer. Same with the Subaru, is based on the Impreza. Same with the Golf R, which is based on, guess what, a freaking Golf. Oh, but its all-wheel drive system is superior compared to the Subaru and the Evo and the Golf. Nah. Yeah, I guess it is superior. Other than nobody really knows what that rear diff is going to handle, so it's kind of like the rear diff that's in the Evo 10, which didn't work out too well for a lot of people as it is. So to say that it's better than the Subaru's R180 rear diff that's, tried and true, is completely false and illegitimate and whatever. So your argument is invalid there too. Well, it's got a 6-speed manual transmission that's better than both of the other ones, or all three of them, so I don't see how this one's going to be any better than that. Okay, so to talk down about the twin-clutch transmissions that you have in the Golf R and the Evo 10, MR, and SE, by the way, that's kind of really crappy considering that just about every single supercar that's out there now has a dual-clutch transmission, and most of them are made by GetRag that make the Mitsubishi transmission. So, and same with the GTR. And, Ferrari uses a dual-clutch transmission, and Lamborghini uses a dual-clutch transmission, and Audi uses dual-clutch transmissions in their supercars, and there's a ton of other people that use dual-clutch transmissions, so why all the hatred on having a dual-clutch? Because it's actually a good transmission when it works right, which it doesn't always work good on these. Well, your video, you hated the car. Blah, 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 blah. You don't even own it, so how the hell do you have an opinion on it? Because you don't even own it. And neither do most of you. Most of you leaving the comments down below, you don't own the car either. So where do you have your opinion either on the car? You're going based on what magazine articles say and what magazine articles tell you to think about the car. So where does your opinion come in? Is it based on somebody else's opinion, kind of like mine was? So where does your opinion come into play when you don't even own the car? That's my problem. That's my problem. Well, you don't really like the car, and I can tell, so you're just all for Mitsubishi and you're all for Subaru, so you're showing favoritism and blah blah blah. And you just hate the car, and I can tell that you hate the car. Okay, as I stated before, I don't hate the car. I think the car is fantastic. And to be completely honest with you, I think it's a great way for competition. I think it's a great car all around. It's practical. And the things that I like about it is because it has the practicality. You can't get an Evo in a hatchback. You can't get the STI, well, that's an old car, but you can't get the STI in a hatchback. You can get a Golf R in a hatchback, but it's smaller. It's a shorter wheelbase and has a smaller trunk. So that car is more practical than what you get with the competition. So I don't hate the car. I never hated the car. But you want to know something? Here's something I will tell you. The things that I hate about the car has to do with the hype. People hype up this car thinking it's like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something that's going to be great. And you know what? I understand the hype. I do. It's the first time we get this car in the States. It's the first time that we get to lay our eyes on something that the Europeans have had for a long time. The Europeans have had some great fun with that car. In fact, it's been a great car for them for a long time, but it's not the old car. You have to remember that. The old one was front-wheel drive, two-door hatchback, and it had the Volvo 5-cylinder turbo in it. So it had a very unique sound, a very unique drive, a very unique everything about it. This car is different. It's a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder. It's all-wheel drive. It's 4 doors with a hatch on the back. It's different from what we got in Europe. This car is a global platform. You have to understand that. It's not what the Europeans had. It's what everybody gets now. Now, do I know everything about the car? Absolutely not. In fact, I never really hated the car in my first video. I said it was just a little bit overrated. Okay? The car, to me, just doesn't seem like it's that great of a car. It actually just kind of seems like it's just there. It's average with the marketplace, but its numbers are rated so high that it seems like it should be better than it is. And by the numbers, it's only nominally better than the Subaru STI or the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition. If you go by the numbers, it's 350 horsepower. It's 40 horsepower more than its competition, at least 40 horsepower more than its competition. It should be able to walk everybody, but its numbers are average, only nominally better. And I'm talking about in skid pad performance, in braking performance, in horsepower, in quarter mile, everything. It's only nominally better. And in some areas, it's not any better. And here's the thing. I've actually searched it up and I've actually taken a look to see what dealers are actually charging for this thing. And guess what? Some dealers are charging $40-something thousand, $43,000. I saw one dealership asking the car $44,000 for that car. $44,000! Guys, let's be serious here. Let's be honestly serious here. Is that car worth $44,000 when for $10,000 less you can get a Mustang 5.0 Coyote? I mean, seriously, think about that. And I know the argument's going to come up, well, the car's MSRP is $36,000. But, guys, the dealerships have the ability to change the price to supply and demand. The car's hard to find right now. So if you want the car, you're going to have to pay more. Dealerships are fighting to get the RS to make that sale. That's why they're asking more and more money for that car. It's kind of like when the Dodge Challenger Hellcat came out. Yeah, the car is $70,000 or $60,000, but they're asking $10,000 more than the car is worth just because it's supply and demand. It just comes down to being smart about the car. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy the car. In fact, I think everybody that has the ability to, if you have the money to, you should buy the car. Because, in my honest opinion, it's a brilliant car. I think it's fantastic that we finally get the car and they made it all-wheel drive. And Subaru has some competition to throw against the STI, and Volkswagen has a fighter against it, against its Golf R. I honestly think it's great for competition, and I really do support Ford for doing this. But to act like this car is just absolutely the best vehicle ever created is absolute nonsense, to be completely honest with you. It is not the best vehicle in its class. In fact, it's, as I said, it's only nominally better than in certain areas than some of the competition. So again, is it really worth it? Is it really worth fighting over and to just accept that the fact that the car is not...
So what's your beef, bro? Why do you hate the Ford Focus RS so much? Why is it that you just don't like the Ford Focus RS? It's a great car. You hate it so much. Yeah, I don't understand.
All right, let me clarify this for you. I don't hate the Ford Focus RS. I don't. My final statements here is that the Ford Focus RS is great for competition. It's a great practical vehicle. It's fun to drive. I think right now it's a bit overpriced, but that's the price you pay if you want to have a vehicle as soon as it comes out. A high performance, very sought after vehicle that you want right off the bat. Is there other vehicles out there that I think anybody should consider? Absolutely. Would I buy a Ford Focus RS if it was my money? I don't know. I'd have to drive it. And you know what? If there's somebody out here in Florida, somewhere in the Tampa Bay area, that has an RS that is willing to let me drive it or just meet up with me and take me for a ride in one of those, I will appreciate it. I will bring my cameras. I will come out there. We will meet up somewhere and we will do a video on riding around in the Ford Focus RS. And I know my personal cars aren't any better. I know that they're not that great. I know that it's just a WRX. I know that it's just a Rally Art. I know that they're nothing fancy. I know that they won't put out the power that RS does. I'm okay with that. Okay? But do I hate the car because I have inferior cars? No, I don't hate the car. It's one of those dream cars that I would love to have eventually, but not right now. In fact, I would love to see that car grow and R&D work be done on it. I'd like to see the car become better and better. And as Ford goes along and as these manufacturers like Cobb Tuning and all these other guys get their hands on it and build aftermarket performance parts for it, I'd like to see them become better and better and better and be able to see what the car is actually capable of. I can't wait for that time to happen. So again, I really think the RS is a good car. So do I hate it? No. Have you guys commented enough and hated my video? You know what? Yeah, you have. But at the same time, I don't care. So hate all you want. Leave comments in the section below. Chances are, I probably won't read them. And if I do, I don't care. So why not? Why continue the hate? It's not me. I just stated my opinion. In fact, I actually asked you guys to state your opinion on the car, not on me, in the comment section below, and you guys rather left comments about me. What does that do? You aren't hurting my feelings. Honestly, you're attacking me like I actually give a crap. So again, this is more of a hate video on the reactions to what you guys left me. Not really about the Ford Focus RS, but if it has to be a hate video on the Ford Focus RS, well, I guess I failed at that, didn't I? So let's just use some common sense here, people. Let's not go and attack somebody for stating their opinion. In fact, let's all be civil about this and actually discuss what we feel about motor vehicles. And let's try to be civil about this as automotive enthusiasts, rather than attacking one another for each other's opinion on cars. So if you like the video, leave a whatever in the comment section below, like, share, whatever, I don't even care. Just do whatever you got to do. I don't even care. So have a good night. Ford Focus, RS, I'm okay with it. I've accepted it. Just not for me, not for that money.